Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or much good depending on your location. Please join in the struggle to liberate our people from the contraption. Like and share videos, news updates. Finally, Ohaneze ratifies Rivers to be the next state to produce the next President General of the Ohaneze Ndigbo. Oh yes. Now the National Executive Committee of Ohaneze Ndigbo has reaffirmed its commitment to the turn of Rivers State producing the next President General of Ohaneze Ndigbo by 2025. Now, the National Public Secretary of Ohaneze Ndigbo, Alex Ogbonnia, disclosed this at the end of the NEC meeting of Ohaneze Ndigbo in Enugu. According to Ogbonnia, the meeting was presided over by the Secretary General of Ohaneze, Ambassador Oke Emuche. Oh yes. In a statement quotes, the NEC reaffirmed their commitment to the provisions of the Ohaneze Constitution to the fact that it is the turn of Rivers State to produce the next President General for Ohaneze Ndigbo come January 2025. It also resolved that Emuche, in consultation with the Southeast governors, Igbo senators, traditional rulers, town unions, the clergy, stakeholders, and the Ohaneze structures should convene a meeting of Imobi Ohaneze as soon as possible. The purpose of the meeting is to set up an electoral umpire for the purpose of the 2025 Ohaneze election. End of quote. Oh yes. Now, the Ohaneze, the NEC, yes, the highest decision-making body in the Ohaneze leadership structure, said they have ratified the Rivers State to be the next state to produce the next President General of the Ohaneze. Yes, and so that is what is happening now. Of course, there have been several complaints from many quarters. There are those who are saying, no, Rivers State will not produce. They have been alleging that some governors are working against it. With Obasanjo, yes, trying to make sure that Rivers State's turn is being scuttled by all means. Yes, they want to scuttle it. But Ohaneze said no. They have firm belief and resolution that Rivers State will produce the next President General of the Ohaneze Ndigbo. Oh yes. And so they are calling on the governors of the Southeast, the clergy, traditional rulers to convene. Yes. They call it Imobi Ohaneze as soon as possible to make sure that Rivers State produces the next Ohaneze. We have been talking about this Ohaneze issue. Yes, the name Ohaneze actually embodies the Igbo community in its entirety. Ohaneze, the Igbo worldwide, the whole of Igbo, that's what it means. Ohaneze Ndigbo, the Ohaneze. You see, so, and Ndigbo believes that this Ohaneze is supposed to be a machinery that will defend the Igbo, speak for the Igbo. Yes, but it's not that happening. That is not what we are seeing. The Ohaneze has been made a tool to continue to demarket Ndigbo, to continue to ask for peanuts for their unselfish gains. I mean, the leadership of the Ohaneze. Yes, but when the Ohaneze was formed, we know the pioneer of this Ohaneze, Professor Johiruku. Yes, Professor Johiruku was the pioneer of this Ohaneze. I think with Achuzia from Delta State as the secretary, yes, Colonel Achuzia retired. The air raid during the Biafran War, it was nicknamed the air raid. Professor, Achuzia, yes, Colonel Achuzia, retired from Delta State, from Asaba, yes, air raid. I think so. These people, eminent personalities, led Ohaneze at that time when it was formed. Yes, Ohaneze Ndigbo, Professor Johiruku, Colonel Achuzia, wonderful people. Oh yes. So that time they were doing wonderfully well. They were representing Ohaneze very well. They were actually speaking on behalf of Ndigbo. They were respected men like Keron Badiwe would say, men of timber and caliber. Men of timber and caliber. Yes. So that is it. But last, something happened. Yes. Water compass Gary. Yes. And what we're seeing now is abracadabra. Yes. Politicians, those who are politicians, who have political interest, taking over leadership of the Ohaneze, they curry favor with the federal government or the Nigerian government and the Southeast governors, making appointments into these positions. Some Southeast governors, of course, you know them, working with the Fulani Caliphate, will be handpicking people to make them Ohaneze president. So what do you expect? They'll be telling them what to do. He who plays the piper dictates the tune. It has always been like that. So, but now they said, oh, they want to zone it to River State. So, we're still watching the man that they will produce in River State. The character of the individual, it have a lot to do with the Ohaneze. Because if tomorrow the Ohaneze becomes restructured, becomes indeed the mouthpiece of Ndigbo, of course, Ndigbo will always rally around the Ohaneze and make it the, the worldwide Ohaneze is supposed to be. Yes, because Ohaneze Ndigbo is supposed to be, a world-class organization. Yes, organization that's supposed to have over 70 million people as members. Oh yes. So that is what we are saying. If zoning to River State will make the Ohaneze leadership produce a leadership that will be indeed speaking for the interests of Ndigbo, defend Ndigbo, like we have the case of Mazam Khan. Yes, since 2021, the abduction, infamous abduction, the extraordinary rendition occurred in Kenya by the Nigerian government and the controlled incarceration, illegal incarceration. Our Ohaneze have not taken a solid position against that. All they have been doing is to, plead bargain. Please release our brother. Please, is that how to demand for your right? The international community, Human Rights Working Group on Arbitrary Detention, United Nations arm, wing or group from United Nations. Yes, working group for United Nations have said this man committed no offense. The extradition was extraordinary. Yes, there was abduction, and they asked, take him back to Ghana or United Kingdom. A court in Nigeria, a competent court, that's the appeal court, Abuja Division. They said so. Say, this is illegal. Release this young man unconditionally, apologize to him, compensate him, and all the best of it. Ohaneze is supposed to have leverage on that and demand for their right vehemently. But they are saying, begging, mushi. Please grant him bail. Grant what bail? Please release him. So this kind of thing, is people who doesn't know their onions. It's either they are people, they are blindfolded because of the, small things they are receiving from the Southeast governors or from the Nigerian system. Oh yes. So that is it. We are yet to see Ohaneze that will come out, be strong, and that will actually be determined by the leadership it produces. And why we're saying this is they're about to produce a new leadership from River State. So we keep our fingers crossed to know what happened to this group, whether they will rejig itself